See you later, Aunt May. I have to. I gotta go out on an errand. Oh, Peter, you mustn't. Not tonight. I absolutely forbid it. You're still just a boy, and with all those terrible people roaming the city, Doctor Doom, Spider-Man, heaven knows who else. I want you home where it's safe. Hey, MTG Jody! Hello, MTG Jody! Can we get a shout out for MTG Jody? How they rated while it what? Yeah, the chat like disconnected or something. I don't know what happened there, but hey, what's up? Did you beat your PB? I know you beat it earlier, but did you beat that one? Did you get even better time? Extra shout out? Ah, okay. How is it going, Mr. Joe? And welcome in everybody else who's coming in with the Joe raid. Hey, we raided while everything was crashed. It was very sad. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened. The chat like disconnected. I don't know. Was that like a Twitch issue or something? But not just the one you saw. Okay. Well, he's still doing really good. Are you able to get the skip a lot more consistent? Well, welcome in. We are currently reading Amazing Spider-Man number 5. We read Star Wars number 11, right? 11? Yeah. And Marvel Spotlight number 11. And I'm going to be going a little bit longer today than usual. So we have one more comic planned after this and a magazine. The stream was down for a while? Really? What? Okay. Okay, where did it go away? Because you were still there with the lifesavers. We did the lifesavers thing. Did we miss this page then? You're on a separate VOD now? Oh my gosh, that is irritating. Okay. My computer must have disconnected or something. Died right around when I said pair. We disconnected at the lifesavers. Okay, that's not a terrible spot for it to disconnect. Alright, sorry about that. I didn't realize that it had disconnected. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Anyway, welcome in if you're just joining us. We're just reading some comics. And yeah, if you're on your way out, have a great rest of your day. Also, give MTG Jody a follow if you want. He is speedrunning Batman Vengeance for the GameCube. He is one of the best speedrunners in the world for that game. And he will be going to Midwest Speed Fest in, I don't remember when it was. You can tell them when the date is, I guess. But Midwest Speed Fest, he will be at that, running Batman Vengeance. Alright, so I'll start over on this page here. Okay. Yeah, so Doctor Doom just abducted Spider-Man, but it's not actually Spider-Man, it's Flash Thompson in a Spider-Man costume that he put on to scare Peter Parker. Hey, Stream Elements. Strange that he should have been so easy to trap. Perhaps Spider-Man possesses less superpower than people think. Meanwhile, I don't get it. What's Flash waiting for? Parker will be gone in another few seconds. Maybe something went wrong. Maybe Flash's costume tore or something. Gee, what a disappointment. April 14th. Okay, got it. Minutes later, after Pete has reached home, "Hi, Aunt May. What are you watching?" "The Ed Sullivan Show, dear. I just saw the cleverest juggling act, and now he's going to have a course from some Midwestern college." "Say, what's wrong with the set?" "Oh, I don't know. Oh dear, we just had it fixed last week. I hope it isn't the picture tube." Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by. There is nothing wrong with your set's reception. Some strange force seems to be affecting all TV transmission at this time. Stand by. Stand by. Boy, this is a new one. We regret that we are unable to continue our transmission. Our electrical power is being drained. Stand by. This is Dr. Doom. I have resorted to this drastic means to communicate with the Fantastic Four. I have a message of grave importance for them. As you can see, I hold Spider-Man, a helpless captive. Unless the Fantastic Four promise to disband and surrender to me, one at a time, Spider-Man will forfeit his life. I will wait exactly 1 hour for a reply. Oh, that awful creature. Thank heavens his prisoner is only Spider-Man, who's probably as much a menace as Dr. Doom. I don't get it. Who's the Joker in the Spider-Man costume? What's it all about? Is it some kind of trick? Peter, this is Liz. Something terrible has happened. Flash Thompson is missing. He dressed in a Spider-Man costume earlier to play a joke on somebody. I can guess who that was. Somebody was. So that's who Dr. Doom is holding prisoner. My loudmouth bullying classmate. Sorry, Liz. Nothing I can do about it. Flash doesn't exactly, head my list of favorite people. Remember? What a break for me. The Fantastic Four will never agree to Doom's terms, so all I have to do is keep out of it, and Flash Thompson will never bother Peter Parker again. Things are finally going my way. I love his evil grin. Let him die. What am I thinking? Who am I kidding? I could no more sit back and let any harm come to Thompson than I could swim to the moon. Real Spider-Man will have to go into action again. Hell yeah, nerds rise up. See you later, Aunt May. I have to, go out on an errand. Oh, Peter, you mustn't. Not tonight. I absolutely forbid it. You're still just a boy, and with all those terrible people roaming the city with Dr. Doom and Spider-Man and heaven knows who else, I want you home where it's safe. Okay, Aunt May. You know the doctor said you mustn't worry. Some superhero I am. Gotta find some way to get my aunt to let me out of the house. I'll just go down here and make sure the cellar windows are locked, Aunt May. And I hate to do this, but if it's the only way, if I remove the master fuse... There! The house is plunged in darkness. Of course, by using my spider sense, it's easy for me to find my way around without light. Oh, Peter, the lights went out. We must have blown a fuse, and there aren't any more in the house. I know. Now I'll have to go out to get some new ones. Please be careful, dear, and hurry right back. Poor Aunt May in the dark, yeah. Seconds later. Certainly hate to deceive Aunt May, bless her, but there was no other way. A teenager's life is at stake, so I had no choice. I'd better give my equipment a fast safety check. Let's see. Plenty of web fluid. Spider-Man light beam okay. Mask on securely. That's it. Now for Dr. Doom. And at that very moment, at the famous skyscraper headquarters of the Fantastic Four, we don't have much more time, Reed. What are we going to do? Blasted amateurs! Always gumming up the works. Well, Sue, we certainly can't let any harm come to Spider-Man if we can help it. Since when did you get a superhero card? What? Since when did you get a superhero union card thing, old pal? Let's face it, you've struggled through one of the longest introductions you've ever read. But we think you'll find it well worth it, because now the fireworks begin in earnest. Better get back before all their food spoils, yeah. In order to break in on all the network TV shows the way he did, Doom needed a tremendous amount of electrical power. So I've got to search for his hideout in areas where some enormous dynamos may be located. Once I'm near him, my spider sense will do the rest. The telephone company installation is below me, but I don't sense any hostile presence down there. Here's the broadcasting company building, but still, no trace of Laughing Boy. Heck, I've covered half the city by now without finding him. I've got to locate Doom before that hour is up. I ought to have my head examined for knocking myself out to rescue a guy who's my worst enemy, but... Whoop, hold it. I'm beginning to sense something. Good old spider sense. Hasn't failed me yet. I can feel the hostile emanations clear up here from that abandoned factory below. And within the silent, gloomy factory. Let me out of here! Please! I'm not Spider-Man! You're making a big mistake! Honest! You've got to believe me! You've got to! Silence, you cringing, sniveling coward! The famous Spider-Man. Bah! You're nothing but a frightened weakling. But you still enable me to gain my objective. The Fantastic Four, spurred on by their stupid gallantry, will not fail to attempt your rescue, and when they come, I shall defeat them completely, irrevocably. Doom probably expects the FF to try to save his prisoner, so he must have a zillion traps prepared. But maybe I can throw him a curve by slithering down through this air vent, as only Spider-Man can do it. It's a tight squeeze, but I think I can make it. Whew, this would be some spot for a guy to get claustrophobia. And now, settle back and prepare to witness the gall-dangest, ding-bustedest, rip-snortinest super characters fight you've ever seen. Spider-Man, but you're my prisoner. Inside, how? Correction, Doc. I'm the real Spider-Man. You just captured yourself a phony brand X in there. If that's so, then you were a fool to place yourself in jeopardy again. This time I shall not allow you to escape. Funny, I was thinking the same thing about you. Spider-Man gets stuck in a nutty putty cave. Make a great comic. That'd be pretty goofy.
Groovy!
Oh my god, that scared me. Thank you. Thank you. I love the Earthworm Jim. Nothing like a quickly built web column to act as a life-saving shield. And now, while I'm all comfy and cozy back here, I'll just spin myself a little weapon of my own. Well, here we are. Hope I didn't keep you waiting too long, Rustpot. But it takes a few seconds to make a web ball filled with web fluid. That's weird. You've got to admit one thing, though. It's a great way to teach someone that it isn't polite to point. Very clever, Spider-Man. You have temporarily put my finger blaster out of action. And that's not all. I'm going to put out of action. Here's a little stunt inspired by the Human Torch, but I use web balls instead of fireballs. I have found your juvenile antics mildly amusing until now, but I begin to grow bored, and so... Uh-oh, I sense danger above me. He's trying to lead me into a trap. Better build another shield for myself. Fast! Just in time, that falling liquid is turning into ice on contact. It might have frozen me solid. Well, a miss is as good as a mile. Ready to talk turkey yet, Doom? On the contrary, Spider-Man, I want to thank you for acting as a guinea pig for me. I've been wanting to test out this little device for days now. Iron globes revolving at great speed around a magnetic core. You sure have some interesting hobbies, Doc. More interesting than you'd suspect, braggart. You'll find your web cannot stop the irresistible motion of my little playthings. They are far too powerful. They're whirling faster and faster. I can't dodge them much longer. There's only one chance. I'll dive under them and shoot my web to the base of the spinning machine. It worked! It jammed up the mechanism. The balls are dropping, their power source no longer propelling them. For the love of Pete? Okay. Doom doesn't give a guy a chance to catch his breath. Now he's got liquid heat shooting up from the floorboards. I'd sure feel sorry for anybody who had to fight that walking rattle trap if they didn't have the powers of a Spider-Man. So, you swung over my heat ray and out of harm's way, did you? Good. That's just where I want you. Bargle to you too, Cheryl Mirror. Bargle to you too. An important announcement to all new subscribers. Due to overwhelming response, we are happy to repeat a very special offer. Get the first 4 issues of your favorite Marvel Comics subscription free. A 16-issue subscription for the price of only 12 issues. You pay only $6, a big 38% savings over the newsstand price of $9.60. Plus these special benefits. Refund guarantee. You may cancel at any time. Immediate cash savings, 38 cents per copy. The newsstand price is 60 cents per copy. Additional savings, always the lowest price on renewals. Marvel Supermart. Collectors looking for back issues or can't find all of your favorite Marvels each month? These independently owned comic stores.
I cannot carry anymore.
Hey, thanks for that. Oh my goodness. Good old Diablo voice line. Muscles in 7 days. Dynamic tension starts giving results you can feel and your friends will notice. Big, useful muscles, as opposed to useless muscles. Gain weight if needed. Lose potbelly. Send name and address for 32-page book. Tropical fish, plants, and supplies. Extraterrestrial birth certificate. Extraterrestrial death certificate. What? They need to elaborate. What? Extraterrestrial birth certificate and death certificate. Okay. Poem set to music. We got free 100 3mm plastic bags, Walt Disney stamps, self-defense, kung fu and karate. Everyone should finish high school. Buying and selling football and non-sport gum cards. 50 years old. Yeah. All right. Let's keep going. You outsmarted yourself that time. I tricked you into landing where you did. And now, this steel section of flooring I landed on, you've got it electrified. He's increasing the current. I can't take much more of it. It would have knocked out a normal human by now. Lucky I loaded up with plenty of web fluid before coming here. Fighting desperately to maintain consciousness, Spider-Man shoots out his awesome web, which carries with it the same electric current which is weakening the desperate crime fighter. And as the web strikes the startled Dr. Doom, the same charge of electricity runs through his body, magnified many times by his metal garb. Ugh! I'm caught in my own trap! Gotta switch the current off. And then after the electrical current has been nullified. Now we'll play it my way, Doom, without any of your kooky gadgets. Just in case you don't believe me, here's something to convince you. Huh? Behind me? Who? What? The robot! What a fool I was! I forgot about it. Naturally, no one can match the thinking ability of Dr. Doom. That was an amazing cry of anguish, thanks. And now, even though you are breaking free, it is too late. Even you will find no defense against this machine. Before I worry about any new machines of yours, here's your playmate back, with my regards. Still you rely on brute strength, Spider-Man. That will be your undoing. We'll see about that. My spider strength will enable me to smash your new gizmo by tossing your own satellite machine at it. Not quite. Not if I can flip this lever first. Holy smoke! His machine is some sort of disintegrator. It vaporized the metal on the spot. I haven't a chance against it. Well, I can't stand still and let it finish me. Maybe I can dive past the bolts and reach the control panel. And then, as the deadly bolts from the awesome machine flicker around them, the two mighty foes battle for their lives. Ugh, he's even stronger than I suspected. Didn't you think I expected you to try that? That bolt, it struck you, but what? Did you think I'd expose myself to my own weapon without taking precautions? I'm insulated against these bolts. They cannot harm me. But you, alas, are not so insulated, as you are now about to learn. It's unbelievable. He's like a human machine. He seems to be tireless. Another inch and I'm done for. Spider strength. If I ever needed you, I need you now. Exerting every last bit of power contained in a superhuman body, the amazing Spider-Man, executing one last maneuver, manages to twist suddenly so that both figures sprawl against the control panel, halting the deadly, disintegrating bolts. I did it! But on the verge of exhaustion, due to his Herculean effort, Spider-Man cannot prevent his older, more experienced adversary from regaining his balance first and striking the initial blow. BAM! This will be your finish, you clumsy fool! Oof! If I had a dime for every time some cornball predicted my finish, I'd... Hey, now what? Have patience. These little flakes will soon end this battle for good. He's got me on the defensive again. Something those glowing flakes has affected my eyes. I can't see. I have to rely on my spider sense alone. How did he manage to duck away out of the way in time? Oh, I should have guessed. It's that accursed inhuman spider sense of his. My eyes are beginning to clear. If I can just keep out of range for a few seconds longer. You're only prolonging the agony, Spider-Man. You haven't a chance against me. Hey, what the? It's those iron balls from the satellite machine. I didn't notice them underfoot. Can't keep my balance. And thus I defeat all my mortal enemies, including the Fantastic Four. But at that fateful second, something outside a nearby window catches the eye of Dr. Doom, and... It can't be! Not now! I'm not ready for them yet! It's the Fantastic Car! With the Fantastic Four inside! They have found me! I cannot fight them and Spider-Man! Not at the same time! Blast the luck! Another few seconds and I'd have finished off Spider-Man forever! Well, at least I prepared a getaway exit for myself. As for Spider-Man, he can... Wait, there's always another day. I can see again, but Doom is cutting out. Why? So that's it. It's the Fantastic Four. Just like the cavalry in a TV Western. Well, their eyes will sure pop when they realize I found Doom first. Wait a minute. I just remembered. Aunt May! I left her home alone. Home alone? I left her alone at home. She's probably beside herself with worry about me right now. According to our sensor probe dial, this is the place. Skip the scientific double talk, Skinny. Let's go get 'em. Poor Aunt May. Can't waste a second. Gotta rush back home. Meanwhile, in Dr. Doom's abandoned hideout, Flash Thompson finds himself free since the electronic circuits have been destroyed. Aunt May probably tripped over a chair by now. Probably. Dr. Doom, he's gone. I don't know what happened, but hey, I'm still in one piece. What a lunkhead I was to dress as Spider-Man. If I ever get out of here alive, I'll never ask for trouble again. Look at Spider-Man, grab him! Huh? Wait, don't! Hold it, Thing! I've seen Spider-Man close up. That guy isn't even a reasonable facsimile. You mean we went to all this trouble for a nobody? Then how about me leaning on him just a little? Put him down, Ben. The poor boy looks terrified. Lots of pieces of webbing around. I suspect the real Spider-Man was here. And on the other side of town, Aunt May, she doesn't answer. Gosh, if anything's happened to her. Here I am, Peter. I got nervous in the house all alone, so I went next door to stay with our neighbor. Did you get the fuses, dear? I forgot. Oh, well, I'll tell her I was too scared to walk the dark streets alone. Jeez. The next day at the office of J. Jonah Jameson. Some great news photog you are, Parker. Last night, a teenager named Flash Thompson escaped from Dr. Doom. The Fantastic Four found Doom's hideout, but they must have scared him away, and not one measly photo from you. Sorry, Mr. Jameson, I was home last night. I gotta sleep sometime. Don't feel too badly, Peter. I may only be JJ's secretary, but I think you're wonderful. I want pictures of Spider-Man. Yeah. The next day. Gosh, I never realized that Betty felt that way about me. As a matter of fact, I never realized how I felt about her either. Say, look at the crowd of kids. Well, at least this is one time I won't have to listen to Flash ribbing me. He must be the most embarrassed kid in school by now. Wow, tell us more, Flash. Naturally, I wasn't scared of that crumb Dr. Doom. He couldn't keep me a prisoner for long. When he saw I escaped, he was so worried that he ran out before I could get my mitts on him. Gosh, Flash, this'll really make you the BMOC around here now. Big man on campus. Why so gloomy looking, Peter? Although I suppose I shouldn't blame you for being jealous of a real He-Man like Flash. I might as well face it, I've got nothing but luck, and it's all bad. Wah wah. The end. Not Dr. Doom, Doc Ock, Sandman, you Parker, give me your OnlyFans. Bullpen bulletins. Wedding, babies, and stuff. What? Marvel movies. Okay. Oh wow, someone just scratched out this with like a pen. I wonder why. Marvel Tales 142. Oh, that's the one that we're reading. They scratched it out because... What? Okay. I don't know. Energy giving, weight gaining, weight maintaining, put weight on's nutrition to work for you. Sure, Weight On can help you gain weight. It has been... Gosh, this is hard to read. How the hell? It has been putting the pounds and inches on underweights for 25 years. But you know, Weight On is... I can't read this. I can't read this. Take my glasses off and... But you know, Weight On is also a balanced nutritional supplement that gives you the energy. I cannot read this. You wouldn't want to order the message you're reading. Did America used to have a thinness epidemic? Yes, actually. Comics, we got them. Yeah, there's been quite a few ads for like weight gain stuff. Yeah, let's Wait On. And then here we have, oh hey, here's a little Dungeons and Dragons story. All right. A Dungeons and Dragons adventure. Answering a telepathic plea for help from their friend Grindal, our adventurers are ambushed in the dark forest. By the powerful Oakthorn and his werewolf companion. A simple spell will paralyze this one. The werewolf is defeated. Indel lunges at Oakthorn, but he turned himself into a raven. Unable to catch the fleeing bird, our heroes continue their quest. Through the black swamp of Labella, ever closer to their final goal. Behold the mountains of ash! Will Grimdall be on the other side? Explore exciting worlds of fun, fantasy, and adventure with Dungeons and Dragons and Advanced Dungeons & Dragons adventure games. Send in your coupon today for your free catalog of games and accessories. Send to TSR Hobbies Incorporated, P.O.B. 756, Department 17098M, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, 53147. In the UK, send to TSR Hobbies UK. I'll make you a master of karate. This is exactly the same ad that we had in the last issue. Wow. Like 10 years later. Oh, check this out though. Join the best. Join the G.I. Joe Mobile Strike Force team. You can enlist in the G.I. Joe Mobile Strike Force team and become a team member. You will receive an exciting membership kit with products and benefits that are not available anywhere else. Here's what you get when you join for 1 year. Blockbuster membership kit. G.I. Joe dog tag, metal dog tag, personalized with your name and address on a 24-inch stainless steel chain. G.I. Joe military web belt, adjustable olive drab color, official G.I. Joe team, engraved brass buckle. Plastic G.I. Joe membership card. G.I. Joe wall poster, big 17 by 22 inch full color poster of a G.I. Joe Mobile Strike Force team. G.I. Joe iron-on emblem for t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets in introductory newsletter. Annual G.I. Joe Mobile Strike Force newsletter with news about the G.I. Joe team and special offers. Sweet. Autofocus is freaking out. Is it okay now? I guess the weight gain stuff worked a little too well. Alright, so that was Amazing Spider-Man number 5. Marvel Tales 142. Good now? Okay. And normally, I would be ending here, but we're doing an extra long stream today because, I don't know, just for fun. And so I have a bonus comic for us to read today, which I have no idea if it'll be good or bad, but it should be interesting either way. Now we have high-calorie food with little nutritional value. Bonus comic. Here is a true Golden Age comic. This is Crime and Punishment, number 59 from 1948. 1948. Here, let me get this tape off first before I actually pull it out. I have not opened it. I have not looked at it. I know nothing about it. But this is pre-comic code. Just barely post-war. Should be interesting, if nothing else. It's not too often that I get the chance to actually buy Golden Age stuff for like affordable prices. And I just ended up with this recently. So let's give it a shot. Gosh, the paper looks so old. Alright, let me smell it. Yep, it smells old. Yeah, this thing's practically an antique. So, Crime and Punishment. Packed with thrilling suspense. Conforms to... It says it conforms to the comic code, but this is pre, actual comic code authority. I don't know what comic code that is. But, so it's 10 cents. True criminal case histories. You left me for dead, but you'll die first. Someone wrote okay. Someone wrote okay. They did. I don't know why or when. Sometime in the past 80 years. Lev Gleason Publications. Alright, let's open it up and see. Holy moly, check out these ads. Seems okay. Walkie-talkies, powered by original Remco electromagnetic chassis, U.S. government patent. Two-way communications. Set consists of 2 transceivers ready to hook up between any 2 points. No license needed. Powered by new patented Remco electromagnetic chassis. Practical, foolproof, operation is guaranteed. Mail coupon satisfaction guaranteed. Receive local broadcast stations. Your walkie-talkie can easily be converted to the broadcast band and thus serve as your own private radio receiver. The Remco plug-in crystal adapter and special aerial attachment will permit reception on broadcast frequencies. Adapter and aerial attachment is only $1.98, optional. Sets are ruggedly constructed of high-quality injection molded plastic, engineered for utility and extra long service. This is not a kit, but a factory tested and guaranteed communication system. Guaranteed or your money refunded in full. Broadcast over home radio. Either or both of your walkie-talkies can be hooked up so you can talk into them and hear your voice come out of the radio speaker. Broadcast from another room or another part of the house. Mystify your friends. Plan your own radio program and announcements. Yeah, it's kind of like what I'm doing right now. And then we have terrific power, 20-mile range. Triple power optically ground lenses, extra wide field. Oh yeah, let's zoom in here. Sorry about that. Wow, Twitch before its time, yeah. Equals performance of field glasses, 3 times the price. Quick center focusing, adjustable eye width. You try it. Terrific power, 20-mile range. These powerful precision-made glasses, tough cast metal field glasses, will give you more pleasure than you've ever dreamed possible. Holy moly. Extremely lightweight. When you take your first look, you'll be amazed at the way objects and people come up to you, close and clear. Guaranteed for long durable service and thrills, or pay nothing. Take them on what? Take them on Mettering trips? What's a Mettering trip? Hunting and fishing to sporting events, hiking and seashore. Oh, there's a ink blotch there. Oh, what? And there's like a piece of ink missing there. I wonder if it, weird. Okay. Anyway, see without being seen. If you've never owned a pair of field glasses before, don't miss out on thrills and pleasure these power-packed binoculars offer. No finer binoculars at this low price of $4.98. Free this valuable carrying case. Cool. Alright. Motoring trips? Oh, maybe it's yeah. Oh, that is an O, that's not an E. Motoring trips. Thanks. Yeah, you got it. Alright. Dedicated to the eradication of crime. Murder was my destiny. You'll do what I say, Joe. You follow orders or I'll kill ya. Help! Gendarmes! They're killing each other. Kavana, Sivana, tobacco? Huh? Then kill me, you idiot, because I'll never obey you. Never. Based? What? A true crime story. Oh, I'm trying to follow orders. Don't need a knife in the neck. Yeah. Carlo Vanna had one passion in his life, one ambition, one mission. The fulfillment of a curse he had made 22 years before. Would Carlo Vanna be denied his revenge even if it meant killing his own son to get it? Wait, is that his son? What's going on here? The story of Carlo Vanna's revenge begins not now, but 28 years ago in 1925. In a downtown garage in one of America's largest eastern cities. For 2 years, Chief of Detectives George Bennett had been trying to smash a vicious mob. At last, he had the mob covered. Surrender or you die. You cannot escape. If we give up, we get the chair. We had nothing to lose, so come and get us. So they fought it out, with the inevitable result. It's no use. We can't bust out, Carlo. Alright, surrender then, you crumbs. Couldn't shoot your way out of a cracker box. Okay, Bennett, we'll give up. We're throwing away our guns. You're all a bunch of yellow mice. We made up our own minds. You haven't got minds. If you had minds, you wouldn't be criminals. Lean against that wall. On your hands. Back to us. So you're the famous Detective Bennett, the terror of the mobs. And who are you? This gang seems to be missing a leader. Maybe it's you. Maybe that explains why we've never met before. I don't know these punks. I'm an innocent bystander. Boys, tell Hawkshot who I am. Ain't I nobody like I say? Sure, Copper. He's nobody. We'll get a line on you at headquarters. I think you're in this mob up to your ears. I think you run this gang. That has to be proved in court. Without proof, I'm as free as a breeze. One man got life imprisonment. A slow death. Carl Vanna had no criminal record, so he escaped the murder rap. He was sentenced to 5 years, but returned to circulation after 3, owing to good behavior. But when Vanna returned to town, he learned There were many other ways in which a man can die. What's this? Paper. I don't get it. Don't you? I'll explain. You're here illegally. You jumped ship in 1921. You can't stay here, Vanna. You're an undesirable alien. We're going to send you back where you came from. Let your own people have the pleasure of your citizenship. But I won't go back. You can't make me go back. Did I skip a panel? What do you mean? I don't think I skipped a panel. Oh, gosh, I did. Did I? Whatever proof there was against Carlo Vanna, there was proof against the 3 gunmen. 2 of them went to the chair. I apologize. I don't know how that happened. Sorry. No. I don't want to die. Don't kill me. Wait. There's nothing to wait for, Al. The governor just said 2 words when he got your plea for mercy. So sorry. Strap him in, boys. Okay. So 2 of them got killed. 1 of them got life imprisonment. And then here's Carlo Vanna. Okay. We can, Vanna. The immigration authorities agree that America is better off without you. Come in, gentlemen. This is a frame-up. You want to railroad me out of the country. I won't go. I'm invested. Yeah, it's interesting. You'll go whether you like it or not. You've done nothing but fleece America from the second you arrived. You've robbed and cheated and killed. We don't want you here. Stay where you are, Bennett, or I'll brain you. You done this? You had it in for me from the start. You couldn't get me one way or another, so you got me another. Or you couldn't get me one way, so you got me another. Oh, sorry. Of course we were out to get you, Vanna. We'd be crazy to let you stay here to rob and murder. You'll never get me out, you hear? I'm staying. Whack! Oh! Even if it's over your dead body. Grab him! He's gone loco! Oh man, the chair. He gave him the chair. Is that like some kind of irony? I don't know. Calm down, Vanna. Pow! Oh! Alright, boys. Take him. Dump him on the first garbage scow headed for the Mediterranean. Okay, Bennett. It took 6 policemen and a straitjacket to deport Carlo Vanna. So you came to see me off, Bennett? It's only natural. I'm glad to see you go. I'll be back. Learn one thing about me, Copper. I never forget. I'm like a tiger. Whatever I hunt, I kill. I know, Vanna. You belong in the jungle, not the civilization. You're a beast, not a human being. But we only let men walk the streets of our cities, Vanna. When we find rats running around, we exterminate them. But someday I'll come back, and my hands won't be tied, and I'll have the rod in one to kill the man who ruined my life. I love these old style accents. If you come back, Vanna, you might stay here as long as you like, in a cemetery. It'll be worth it as long as you're lying beside me. Before today, I had many reasons to live. Now I have only one, to see you dead. Then commit suicide, Vanna. The man who destroyed you is yourself. Remember to me, Bennett. The ocean won't keep me from taking my vengeance. He means it, Captain. Sure he means it, Jim. But we've seen the last of Carlo Vanna. His sort gets into trouble wherever he goes. He'll rot the rest of his life in some foreign prison. So Carlo Vanna returned to Europe in a straitjacket. There's a little piece coming out there. If you do not behave in this country, they shoot you. A man with only one goal, one idea in his warped brain, to kill the man who threw him out of America. Straight up told him to commit self-death. Yeah, he did. Nor was the local gendarme going to tolerate any nonsense from Vanna. The day he returned, he was summoned to the police station. We're going to keep an eye on you, Vanna. The first sign of trouble from you, and we'll throw you in jail. Don't worry, I'm through with crime. Vanna borrowed some money and opened a tobacco shop. Ah, I love that American tobacco. What is it? Virginian. Virginia is a state not far away from where I lived. Ah, yes, you did live in America, Carlo. How did you like it? Fine. Made some fine friends in America. They were so good to me. Pretty soon, Carlo Vanna got married to a girl whose dowry made up for her indifferent looks. For though Vanna never forgot the hate of his life, Bennett, neither could he forget the love of his life, money. To Marcy and Carlo, may their first child come soon. No, not a mere child, a son. Drink to my son. A year later, Carlo had his wish. Hear him? He knows the ways of the world. He screams in rage. The world has done me wrong, and he shall right it. Wah! 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 That's one way to describe a baby crying. Hear him? He knows the ways of the world. He screams in rage. The world has done me wrong, and he shall right it. That's amazing. Jeez. What's Carlo talking about, Marcy? I do not know. Sometimes he acts so strangely. I was hoping the child would change him. Now I fear things may only grow worse. Awesome. Look how he talks to the infant, as if he understands his speech. All children are just raging at the world. All babies, they're screaming in rage at the injustices of the world. I love that. You have a mission, little one. A great mission. That's why you were born. Actually, you're not supposed to baby talk. Babies, it can stunt their speech development. I've heard that. This guy had it right. Yeah. You have a mission, little one. A great mission. That's why you were born. You must never forget this, little one. It is not the kind of secret one shares, but father and son, they trust one another. I shall raise you in my footsteps. Nice, I freaking hate baby talk. This is so dramatic, you almost burnt the pizza sauce you were working on. Got to invest it. Comic books, yay. Hey, Magnum Force. We're reading Crime and Punishment from, like, 1948. I got a really old copy. So we're trying this out. Oh yeah. It is not the kind of secret one shares, but father and son, they trust one another. I shall raise you in my footsteps. I'll teach you everything there is to know about knives and guns, how to rob, yes, and how to kill, yes. You shall learn. His baby was like just born. He's like, I'm gonna teach you how to murder. Carlo, are you crazy? You're crushing the child. Give him to me. Wah, wah. Hell yeah, epic. Teach him early. This is great. Oh my gosh. No wonder they call us the golden age of comics, right? No, he is my child, you hear? Mine. Nobody else shall have influence over him. Carlos is crazy. What sane man acts like this? Carlo Vanna was insane, with revenge, and he remained insane, breeding his child in crime from the first days of his youth. I didn't know that comics were so awesome. Excellent, son. Now I'll show you how to toss a knife from a sitting position. This is amazing. I didn't open this book. I didn't take a look about it. Look at it. I didn't even know what Crime and Punishment was when I bought this, but I'm pleased with it so far. It just keeps getting better. Suppose a policeman stands in front of you. There is no time to draw back your arm and fire. You can only spin the knife forward and upwards, like this. Whew, some toss, Pops. You learn it, yes? You must learn everything, Joe. Everything. Why am I teaching you all this? Tell me. To kill Chief of Detectives Bennett. to avenge the wrong he did you. So, Carlo went on teaching his son how to use a gun, telling him who to look up in America, what jobs to pull. A few years later, his teachings bore unexpected fruit. Congratulate me, father! I completed the first robbery! Look what I stole! Father of the dang year, I know. What? You risked everything you stole without my permission? What if you were caught? The work of years would be destroyed. Idiot! Then I'll tell you when to start. Smack! Holy crap. This will never happen again till I say so. Do you hear? All right, father. I promise. Joe grew older. Carlo had him taught to speak English fluently. A passport to America awaited him. But Joe was interested in other things besides revenge. Uh-oh, father, you're revoked. A higher class of criminal. But Joe, I don't understand. Why must we elope? Why can't you tell your father about me? Are you ashamed of me? No, I told you, father has other plans for me. He's a stubborn man. Can't explain. You've got to trust me. You've got to elope with me. Then he couldn't stop us. It'd be too late. I don't know, Joe. I'm afraid, Joe. Let me think about it. Shortly after, in town. So, I was right in suspecting Joe. He sneaks away to see this girl. It's serious, Carlo. He's begged her to elope with him. If you're going to stop him, now's the time. But, by the way, where's Restelik's opium shipment? Here, tell Restelik I want cash on the line. No waiting like last time. Heh, you're a sly dog, Carlo. You've got the world hoodwinked. All these people thinking you're in the business of tobacco. And all the time quiet, nice, quiet Carlo runs the biggest dope business on the continent. He has crime connections all over the world. Shut up, you babble too much. Get out. Now he's a drug dealer too? Holy moly. Is this pre-code? Yes. There we go. Yeah, this is pre-comic code. That night, I had you followed, Joe. You're seeing this girl. You intend to elope with her. I'm not going to hide anything. Yes, I love her, and you're not going to do a thing about it. You defy me, idiot! I didn't work hard all these years teaching you, training you, to let you give up everything for a... I brought you into this world for a purpose. How many times must I tell you? You do what I say. Smack! Damn. This guy's like the most abusive man ever. Jeez. That night, Carlo went to see the girl. You'll reject my son, you hear? Make him think you no longer love him, that you will never marry him. Yes, anything. Please don't hurt me. Hurt you? I'll cut your heart out if you take Joe away from me. Remember that. Oh, smack! Later that night. Why is our elopement off? Why? You said you loved me. What happened? Nothing. I don't love you anymore. Now, go, please. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Wait, those marks on your face, those red finger marks. My father. He came here to intimidate you. He told you to stay away from me. He threatened me with the knife. Well, I looked up the comic code. I never knew that's why comics were so vanilla. Oh, yeah. Comic code happened, I think, in 1954, 55. That's actually the I guess the distinction, the dividing line between Golden Age comics and Silver Age. The comic code, when that was established, that was the end of the Golden Age and the beginning of the Silver Age. It's a little less clear when the Silver Age ends and the Bronze Age begins, but that is like the dividing line there. Makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Are we in focus here? Are we in focus? We're going to settle this now. Joe Vanna lives for himself. Nobody else. Come on. Joe, no, don't fight with him, please. Shortly after, at the tobacco shop. Get this straight, you and me. We're through. Maria told me everything. You tried to make her give me up. Don't give me orders. You whelp. Try it. I'm not afraid of you. You raise your hand against your father? I should have strangled you in your cradle. God damn. Jeez. Here is your chance to repair the oversight. I will! Curse you! Help me! Help! Gendarmes! They're killing each other! Ah! You're a traitor to me! You'll die a traitor's death! And you, a tyrant's! 3 minutes later, I did it. I've killed him. I've got to get away. The past, Dort, the money, they're at home. I'll take them and run. Joe Vanna ran far. He ran to America. He recalled the names his father had mentioned. He knew where to go. To this fence, to that gun cellar. It wasn't long before Joe Vanna acquired a reputation. His knowledge of crime, learned over a lifetime, had prepared him for the business of murder. Man, this is like Scarface here. Keep going, I've got him. Ever see such shooting? Anything he aims at, he hits. Every hood wanted Joe along on jobs. His ruthless efficiency appealed to them. We can't miss with Joe, boss. He gets us out of the toughest spots. If it makes you feel any better, take Joe. It wasn't only Joe's viciousness that won him esteem. He knew 100 crime-tested capers. Yo, honestly, this comic book time that you have really hitting the spot. Thanks. I'm glad you like it. Wait here. I'll open the door for you. And even when a job took a turn for the worse, okay, you punks, raise 'em. Don't make a move. There's one more watchman than we'd figured on. Can't stay up much longer. You have a good night. All right, no problem. No problem. Have a good night. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out. You mean one less? Joe Vanna cared as little for human life as he cared much for wealth and power. Keep going, I got the bull. Yay! Joe Vanna's business was murder, and his silent partner, the Grim Reaper, kept the undertaking parlors busy. More ruthless crime reports hadn't appeared in our papers in 25 years. Then one night in the country, okay, Ed, stop the car here. You got your crush, Joe. What do you mean, stop here? I give the orders. I'm the boss. There's gonna be a new boss. Take 3 guesses who it is. Wait, Joe, don't do this to me. I gave you your start. So now I give you your finish. Bam! Dig his grave and bury him. As you say, Joe. Joe Vanna now sat on an underworld throne. He coerced and frightened all witnesses against him. Oh, crime is awesome. When you get on that witness stand tomorrow, mister, you do a blackout. You lose your memory, see? If you don't, you'll lose your head. Crooks coming out of the clink were anxious to work for Joe. He paid well. Tony Hoyt-em. Everybody knows your tops, Mr. Vanna. You stick by your boys, they beat the raps. Take me in, Joe. But while Joe Vanna was wiping his feet on the law, there was one man whose memory was stirred and disturbed. Retired Detective Bennett. What's been happening this past year has me worried. A new crime wave has struck this city just as it did in my time. Who is this Joe Vanna? You've done your share of worrying, Bennett. Now it's our turn. Leave him to us. We'll get something on him yet. I know, but there's something ugly and familiar about him. His boldness, this cockiness of his hoods. It reminds me of somebody I deported 25 years ago. Sure, Bennett, sure. Maybe your guys come back. You'd only be about 65 now. No, it couldn't be him. Still, the crimes that have been reported lately have his trademark. Bennett must be getting senile. A week later, Joe Vanna hit a sudden streak of bad luck. The income tax people descended upon me. It's always the income tax people, isn't it? It's always them. Isn't that how they caught Al Capone? It was like, or how they put him in jail or something was like the IRS. Goddamn IRS. Yeah, Al Capone. That tip we had was straight. You falsified your income tax return. Tip? You got a tip from who? You don't know? What matters is the hot water you're in, Vanna. Then every caper suddenly turned out disastrously. Every performance ended with the police ringing down the curtains. Ooh. The anonymous series of letters began to circulate among the mobsters. Joe Vanna is in cahoots with the police. He's double-crossing his own men. He who carries out Joe Vanna's orders is a cinch for a pine box. Pass the word. Sure, Joe's double-crossing us. How else can you explain the way we got smeared? Stay away from Vanna. He works for the cops. Even the girl Joe was nuts about walked out on him. Get out. I don't want to see you again. I don't want your cheap gifts. But what did I do? Everybody's against me. What's going on? Alright. The underworld had turned against Joe Vanna. Joe was on the skids, mistrusted and hated. But why things turned out this way, he couldn't figure out. Every job explodes in my face. My gun carriers get plugged. My girl gives me the air. I'm squealed on left and right. What's happened? Who's got it in for me? I don't know, boss. You're sure doing a good job. Nobody talks to me. I'm poisoned because I work for you. A few weeks later, Detective George Bennett decided to scout the underworld. Headquarters thinks I'm crazy with my talk of recurring crime patterns. Alright, I'll go out alone and prove my theory. So Bennett disguised himself as a rich man in search of somebody to do a quick rub-out for him. I'm looking for a hood to do a little roughing up for me. Ask Heinzie Hubbs. He used to know 'em all. Bennett soon became palsy-walsy with a certain drunken hood. Oh, palsy-walsy, not palsy. I was like, I thought they meant his hands were shaking because he was drinking too much or something. Palsy. Okay. Alright. Palsy-walsy. He doesn't have the palsy. Okay. Sorry. This guy I'm recommended 6 weeks ago. He wouldn't spit on a rub-out job. He was rolling in dough. Now he needs moolah bad. He'll do anything. Good. Just the man I need. Lead me to him. What infectious laughter. Joe, meet my friend, my pal, Fred Welch. Fred wants a little job done. What are you staring at? What's the matter? The spitting image of Carlo Vanna. Just younger. Did you know Carlo Vanna? Carlo Vanna was my father. He's dead now. What about it? No wonder these crimes seem familiar. He's following in his father's footsteps. I knew your father. We did 100 jobs together. I socked away a lot of moolah, did my last stretch. Then I retired. My father's friend? The guy who actually worked with him? What did you think of my pop? So Bennett made friends with Joe. Joe was so pleased, he suggested they go back to his diggings. Oh, sorry about the, out of focus. Tell me if I'm wrong, Joe. This crime wave, you're it. Am I right? Right. Only a guy who knew Pop, who worked with him, could know that. Soon Joe Vanna was telling George Bennett about all the jobs he pulled. That's terrific, reliving your father's life, eh? Hey, who are you? He doesn't have to. Carlo Vanna can live his own life. Oh, damn. Is he back? Pop, you're alive. I thought... You only wounded me, Joe. I followed you to America. I had a mission to accomplish. Bennett's death. Now you know who's been lousing you up these last few months. Me. Revenge is good for my soul, Joe. Speaking of revenge, just see who you've been blabbing to. Bennett himself, the ex-chief of detectives, disguised. But you were too stupid to see through it. I know it. I've been tailing you day and night, Joe. Looking for the right time to get you? Now I've got the both of you. Oh, it's like pottery? It's like pottery. Let's see who gets it first. My sworn enemy Bennett, or my double-crossing Oh! There! You taught me that knife trick yourself! I'm not as spry as I used to be, bum, but you're kind I can swallow without chewing. Shortly after, Commissioner Nuxall, this is George Bennett. I've solved your crime wave. How? That's a long story, Commissioner. Let's just say that somebody's mission has been accomplished, and he deserved the success. Howdy, fellas. Hey, Bean Boy, what's up? You just missed the most amazing comic story that we have ever read. That was incredible. Write thrilling love letters. No longer need your love letters be dry, awkward, or uninteresting. How to Write Love Letters is a complete book that shows you every day how everyday things can sound thrilling. It helps you to express your personality in every letter you write. This new book contains dozens of actual samples that show you just how to write love letters from beginning to end. Partial contents: how to break the ice, how to make everyday events sound interesting, how to make your sweetheart write more often, how to express your love, how to make or break a date, how to acknowledge a gift, how to make up, how to say those little things, how to make him or her miss you, how to propose by letter. Propose by letter? What? Just chilling before bed? Cool. What a neat little story. Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was good. Amazing new radio, money back guarantee. So this is reading Crime and Punishment from 1948. It's a very, very old comic. Pre-comic code. Let's see. Amazing new radio, money back guarantee, $8.95. Plays anywhere. Headphones. Aerial kit included. Germanium crystal diode gets distant stations clearly. Tricky vanishing card. A sensational trick that makes a magician of you. A card is freely shown yet disappears from your hand to reappear in spectator's pocket. It's free if you send us 25-cent coin or stamps for our big catalog of 400 illustrated tricks. The Magician LG. Be a ventriloquist. Amuse everyone and enjoy yourself through the study of ventriloquism. Ventriloquism, self-taught. Complete book, 25 cents. Old coins wanted. We buy Indian head pennies and all rare U.S. coins. Complete all coin catalog, 20 cents. Is it part of a series? I mean, this was the Crime and Punishment series went on for quite a while, but I think the stories are self-contained. I think that's like it for the what was it, Bennett, whatever. Because they say that they take these stories off of like real life events or something. I don't know how true it all is or how much they embellish it, but it kind of wrapped up a little unexpectedly. Yeah. Yeah. There's actually another story in here, too. Whoa, what is this? Reducing specialist says, lose weight where it shows most. Reduce most any part of the body with spot reducer, relaxing, soothing, penetrating massage. For great benefit in reducing by message, use spot reducer with or without electricity. Also used as an aid in the relief of pains in which massage is indicated. That's a neat surprise. Yeah, it was too suddenly almost. Yeah, a little bit, but not bad. I don't know, I enjoyed it anyway. Electric spot reducer. Plug in, grasp, handle, and apply. Take pounds off, keep slim and trim with spot reducer. A remarkable new invention which uses one of the most effective reducing methods employed by masseurs and Turkish baths. Massage. Like a magic wand, the spot reducer obeys your every wish. Most any part of your body where it is loose and flabby, wherever you have extra weight in inches, the spot reducer can aid you in acquiring a youthful, slender, and graceful figure. The beauty of this scientifically designed reducer is that the method is so simple and easy, the results are quick. Sure and harmless, no exercises or strict diets, no steam baths, drugs, or laxatives. Oh boy. Take off excess weight. Don't stay fat. You can lose pounds and inches safely without risking health. With the spot reducer, you can now enjoy the benefits of relaxing, soothing massage in the privacy of your own home. Simple to use, just plug in, grasp the handle, and apply over most any part of the body: stomach, hips, chest, neck, thighs, arms, buttocks, etc. The relaxing, soothing massage breaks down fatty tissues, tones muscles and flesh, and the increased awakened blood pressure carries away waste fat, helps you regain and keep a firmer, more graceful figure. Don't say fat, etc. Personal massager, yeah. Or don't stay fat. Yeah. Your own private masseur at home. When you use the spot reducer, it's almost like having your own private masseur at home. It's fun, reducing this way. It not only helps you reduce and keep slim, but it also aids in the relief of those types of aches and pains and tired nerves that can be helped by massage. The spot reducer is handsomely made of lightweight aluminum and rubber, and truly a beautiful invention. You will be thankful you own. AC 110 volts. Underwriters Laboratory approved. Try the spot reducer 10 days free in your own home. Mail this coupon with only $1 for your spot reducer on approval. Pay postman $8.95 plus delivery, or send $9.95 full price, and we ship postage prepaid. Use it for 10 days in your own home, then if not delighted, return spot reducer for full price, purchase price refund. Don't delay, you have nothing to lose except ugly, embarrassing, undesirable pounds of fat. Mail coupon now. Also use it for aches and pains. Can't sleep? Relax with electric spot reducer. See how soothing its gentle massage can be. Helps you sleep when the massage can be of benefit. Muscular aches. A handy helper for transient relief of discomfort that can be aided by a gentle, relaxing massage. Lose weight or no charge. Used by experts. Thousands have lost weight this way. In hips, abdomen, legs, arms, necks, buttocks, etc. The same method used by stage screen and radio personalities and leading reducing salons. The spot reducer can be used in your spare time in the privacy of your own home. Order it today. Please send me the standard model spot reducer for 10 days trial period. I enclose $1 upon arrival. I will pay postman only $8.95 plus postage and handling. If not delighted, I may return spot reducer within 10 days for prompt refund of full purchase price. I enclose $12.95. Send deluxe model, postage prepaid. Well, all right, let's get to the next story. It looks like the centerfold is actually detached. That kind of happens a lot in a lot of these old issues, but that's okay. At least it's not missing. Dedicated to the eradication of crime. The fatal snapshot. It was an ordinary snapshot to the man who snapped it, but it meant a death sentence to the man who tried to destroy it. A true crime story. Jim Lanier was passing through the big city. As an amateur photographer, it meant an exciting weekend of picture taking, and Lanier was making the most of it. Nothing like putting your experiences down on film. Then you've got a permanent record of everything you've enjoyed. He was awed at the elevated silhouettes against the tall office structures. Eat. Eat. Why is there just a big sign that says eat? The traffic jams in the garment district could not elude his camera lens. Acme. Yellow cab. It's an Acme bus. Let's see here. Next came the theater district, and the docks, dirty but picturesque. The cathedrals, grim and awe-inspiring. In the evening, he invaded the nightclubs with their beautiful chorus girls. The following day in the slums with the low-living derelicts. Then he came to the skyscraper belt, that inevitable lure of camera fans, that Grand Canyon of glass and steel. Awooga. Okay. There was an especially intense gleam in Lanier's eyes as he focused his camera upward. I want that silver gleam of the sun on the windows. There it is. Just right. Hey, look, up there! Somebody's fallen down! Get out of the way! Eee! He's gonna hit! Yeah! He fell the second I snapped the picture. Thud! Thud. Ooh, that's gnarly. Back, please. Stand back, please. A scream, a fall, then death. How horrible. I wonder how it happened. It could have been an accident. An accident. Yes, that's the way Dennis Cullum had planned it. That's the way he had wanted it to look. Men will fall from windows, especially despondent men. Men worried to death about business. Crowd's gathering. Nobody's looking up, except one fellow. Could he have seen anything? He's got a camera. Now he's looking up here. When I pushed Manson, I caught a glimpse of him. I remember. He was snapping a picture of the building. He must have snapped me pushing Manson out of the window. That's why he looked up. He saw something funny. I've got to destroy that camera. I've got to destroy that film. If he develops it, I'll be on the negatives. They'll have an open and shut case against me. Without that snapshot, nobody can prove I went into Manson's office and shoved him out of a window. I may have to use this revolver. What does it say? Okay, just like an address though. Oop. Did you hear what happened, Mr. Cullum? Somebody in our building jumped out a window. So I noticed. I'm going downstairs to have a look. Maybe I know the man. If Mr. Manson asks for me, tell him I'll be right up. Thank goodness, he's still here. I'll follow him. Hope he doesn't go to the police. In this crowd, it would be simple to detach the camera from his strap. Getting close. He'll never know it's missing till he gets home. Oops, sorry. Focus. If I could just, always keep it in focus, that'd be nice. Wouldn't it? Say, what's the big idea? What are you doing with my camera? Why, the strap was coming loose, mister. I was afraid you'd lose your camera. I tried to fix it. He doesn't recognize me. He didn't see me push Manson out of the window. But he's got me on his cursed film. When he develops it, he'll recognize me. I've got a pocket knife that'll come in handy. If they find out Manson and I were partners, they'll examine the books carefully. They'll see I've been stealing money from the firm. They'll establish my motive, all from that one picture. Hey! Stop! Stop that man! He's stolen my camera! Stop him! He's a thief! Gotta lose myself in the crowd! The idiot! He's clinging to me like a leech! Stop that man! Stop him! Firm biz. Once I get down this block, I'll be safe. There are a dozen alleyways to disappear to. Still after me, eh? Alright. I'll soon end this. He's heading into the alley. I've got him covered. That's it, my friend. You caused all this trouble for nothing. Just grazed him. No, I won't let you get away. Give me my camera. Bang, bang. Stubborn, eh? This'll quiet you down. Okay, mister, drop it. We won't ask you twice. Ugh! The police, they must have followed us here. I've got to fight it out. Okay, you asked for it. Shoot for his hands, Jim. Bang, bang. Ah! Minutes later. Why'd you do it? Why'd you steal his camera? You'll find out, as you might as well know now. He accidentally took a picture of me while I was pushing my partner out of a window. The fool thought he was just snapping a skyscraper. There's no skyscraper shot. I just run out of film when that picture was snapped. You ran out of film? There's no skyscraper shot? Ah! It's not impossible. No! Ah! Shoot for his hands? Cops used to do that? Apparently. I don't know. I guess. Come on, mister. We'll have to check on your story. Now, what did I say that made him go off like that? The end. Okay. Well, there's a little story there. Oh, hey, we have an actual story. The Kiss of Death Girl. What a story. All right, let's go. The Kiss of Death Girl. During the Myrtle trial? During the murder, lots of character to these conclusions? Yeah. Thanks for the water. Thanks. During the murder trial of Big Harry Strang, as cold-blooded and vicious a killer as ever worked for the infamous Murder Incorporated, a striking brunette by the name of Eileen Manning was brought into the case and held as a material witness in an effort to convince the judge that her testimony would be of no value. Big Harry's defense attorneys claimed that she was merely Harry's fiancée, a sweet, decent, unspoiled girl who knew nothing of this grisly career. Eileen bowed her head at this tribute and pressed a handkerchief to her lovely face. When the facts of her colorful life were revealed, it was suspected that the handkerchief might have hidden a smile. Eileen was brought up in the Williamsburg section of Brooklyn. A newspaper columnist remembered her at the age of 16 as a gorgeous blonde who used to come from Williamsburg to Coney Island to swim and dance in the cellar clubs, which are grammar schools for gangsters. Eileen liked the fast company, and the records show that it liked her. At 18, she turned up in California in the company of a young fellow named Herb Malloy. She and Herb were out dancing one night when another young man spied Eileen and took an immediate fancy to her. He tried to horn in, and the resultant argument led to a fight, which did not adhere to the Marquis of Queensberry rules, and Herb Malloy became the first of Eileen's late boyfriends. The story of Eileen Manning can be picked up 3 years later, when she reappeared in Brooklyn, now the girl of one Ralph Franklin. One night, at another dance, she caught the roving eye of one Sammy Gunther, and he began to muscle in on what Franklin considered his territory. He warned Sammy to lay off and told Eileen to stay away from Sammy. The chivalrous Gunther could not allow Eileen to be talked to so harshly in his presence, so he killed Franklin. Boyfriend number 2 was thus removed from the ranks of contention. Sammy had the misfortune to be escorting Eileen to a dance. Had her boyfriends known the events surrounding some of her other excursions to dance halls, they might have been a bit more cautious. When the dapper Big Harry caught her eye, Harry was the dandy of the mob, often referred to as the Beau. Brummel of the Brooklyn underworld, this dapper 6-footer was prone to spend at least an hour a day in the company of his barber, so that his appearance would be impeccable. Even though he was the top killer for Murder Incorporated and a gunman who actually enjoyed manslaughter and bloodletting and could boast of more than 30 murders. Harry was most popular with the ladies. Eileen was no exception. Sammy did not like the way that Harry was moving in, and he especially resented the fact that Eileen was making no objection. So he told Harry to keep his hands off. Not used to being talked to in such an unfriendly manner, Harry steered Sammy to a neighborhood pool room and so altered his features with a pull cue that Sammy lost all romantic notions. By this time, Eileen was in her seventh heaven. Could a girl aspire to any more than being the sweetheart of the most zealous killer of them all? Let us return to Sammy Gunther, who was not to avoid the fate of his predecessors so easily. Following his rough treatment at the hands of Big Harry, he gave up all rights to Eileen and even stopped running with the mob. He met a girl named Helen, the daughter of a Cleveland used car dealer, and they were married. In July 1936, Sammy and Helen began their honeymoon in a pretty out-of-the-way spot in the Catskills. About the same time, one suitcase, Lupo, decided that Sammy was too dangerous to live, as he had at one time been associated with Lupo's operations in the Fulton Fish Market, and could be a dangerous witness against Suitcase in his efforts to evade the law. Suitcase hired Murder Incorporated to remove Sammy from the scene. Is that it? Arid 5 men under the... What? What is that? What is this word? In his efforts to lay in order to remove Sammy from the scene, and five men under the command of Big Harry, were assigned to the job at 9 p.m. on August 3rd, 1936. Sammy received a telephone call and left his honeymoon cottage. His bride saw him enter a car and drive off. She was never to see him again. Corn! It was a printing error on the yeah, it was a printing error. Sammy was mugged and delivered alive to his old rival, Big Harry. Thinking darkly of Sammy's past associations with Eileen, Harry tied Sammy up, neatly wrapping him in a blanket, and toted him to a lake. He rowed out to the center and personally dropped him into the water, still alive. For 5 years, Eileen accompanied her boyfriend on his business trips which always ended with someone's death. During this time, to please Harry, she converted from a golden blonde to a raven brunette. In 1940, their romantic idyll came to an abrupt end when Harry was arrested and tossed in jail. Not wishing to run afoul of the law, Eileen continued to visit him, registering as his fictional sister. Ava. His fictional sister Ava. The police discovered her identity, however, and removed her to the Women's House of Detention under $50,000 bail to be held as a material witness. It was at this time that the defense attorneys began to paint their picture of an innocent girl unwittingly caught in a web of circumstance. Inspired by the singing of Arnie, Hot Shot Rawls, Eileen persuaded Harry that he should tell his life story to the district attorney. The law was somewhat surprised, however, to learn that Harry expected them to repay the favor by allowing him to walk out clean, and they decided to reject his offer. Harry, along with an associate, Benny Green, was put on trial for the murder of Piggy Fitch, a minor league Brooklyn gambler who had gotten mixed up with the mob but had decided to go straight. He had been killed when the mob felt he was too dangerous to live. Alarmed by the array of underworld characters testifying against him, Harry decided to feign insanity in an effort to beat the chair. He began staring vacantly about him, babbling incoherently, and pretending that he did not understand any of the questions he was asked. He scurried around his cell, fighting and kicking and screaming and shrieking. He let his hair and beard grow, refused to wash. He was a far cry from the dapper dandy who caused the hearts of Brooklyn's fairest to skip a beat. Did he think they would think he was cool and let him walk? I don't know what was up with that. These names are unreal. Yeah. 3 psychiatrists were called in to make exhaustive tests, and they reported that Harry was faking. Despite their testimony, Harry continued his insanity act, refusing to answer when questioned, and talking wildly and incomprehensibly. The testimony of Rawls and Rusty Morgan was conclusive, however, and Benny and Harry were found guilty of murder. Big Harry finally abandoned his insanity act and allowed himself to be shaved for his farewell party. At 11:03 on the evening of June 12, 1941, Harry was led through the little green door, the black mask was lowered over his head, 2,200 bolts were slammed into his body, and he was pronounced legally dead. His last visitor in the cell had been Eileen Manning, the kiss of death girl. The end. Okay. Okay. What do you guys think of that story? Whoa! Could you use $1 million? We'd like to hand you the million, but that's impossible. But your health is worth $1 million, and we can make you healthy. Lose ugly, fat, substitute muscle. Build health for men, women, and children. Add muscle to skinny frames. Build your body in health now with this famous Hip Pocket Gym. Weighs only 1.5 pounds. Amazing but true. Yes, Hip Pocket Gym helps both skinny and stout people. Famous celebrities, people all over the world have been brought to thrilling, full-blooded health by this amazing... what? Oh, amazing exerciser. There's no magic, no miracle. Hip Pocket Gym works by putting nature on your team. Using scientific and medical principles, it helps the body help itself by giving the body just the right amount of exercise it requires. Hip Pocket Gym automatically adjusts to your strength and ability. You do not have to be Mr. America. Even children can use it. A few minutes a day may lengthen your life and give you the power to be a man among men. So simple, so easy. No nailing on the walls, no crawling on the floors, no swinging from the ceiling, no lengthy correspondence courses. A few minutes a day in a lazy man's way rids you of that run-down, tired feeling, gives you the pep and force of personality to forge ahead to success. Ah, a piece of rubber with handles. Yeah. Yes. Oh. Right. So simple, so easy. Recommended by over 500,000 people. The Hip Pocket method of bodybuilding has been so successful that a vast loyal multitude of hundreds of thousands of users has been built during the last 25 years by word of mouth and recommendation, without one word of advertising. Builds health in veterans hospitals. Hip Pocket Gym is used by physiotherapists in veteran hospitals to rebuild health and vigor in our wounded and injured men. Scientifically constructed Hip Pocket Gym is made of pure natural rubber that actually improves with age. Each gym features a scientifically molded single-piece resistance rubber that exercises the muscles gently, gradually, and firmly, preventing overstraining. Hip Pocket Gym is so light and compact you can take it anywhere. 5-day money-back guarantee. Major League Suppliers. Mr. America uses Hip Pocket Gym. The Mr. America title goes to the athlete judged by the foremost health and strength experts as the most perfectly developed man in America. Among the Mr. Americas of the last 3 years, you'll find a fan of Hip Pocket Gym. In a recent article in a top health and strength magazine, he was photographed in 13 poses showing his favorite exercises with the Hip Pocket Gym. For developing the biceps, triceps, neck, and for adding inches to the back and shoulders. Woo! Got a lot of pep in his walk. That underfoot technique there is called the Teeth Smasher 9000. Yeah, you let go and it just flies up and smacks you in the face. Oh gosh. Yeah, that seems dangerous. Dedicated to the eradication of crime. The sinister plot of Mastermind Murdoch. The most fabulous prison break in the annals of American crime. Hey, Murdoch, the Tower Guard's firing at us. We'll all be killed. We'll never get through the outside gates alive. Shut up, you punk. This ain't no time to turn yellow. Ah, I should have known better and take a squealing rat like you. Get down, everybody. Duck. You'll never get away with this. Clam up and get down like the rest of us. If we didn't need you as a hostage, you'd be dead by now. It's the 40s, so it's definitely metal handles. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. A true crime story. From time to time, desperate bids for freedom have been made by caged men. Men who have shown through their actions that they are not fit to live harmoniously among their equals in society. Such an attempt, one that they will live long in the history of the American penal system, occurred on the rainy, foggy afternoon of April 21st, 1930, at Central State Penitentiary. First mention of the break occurred more than 7 months prior to the venture, during a Saturday afternoon recreation period in September 1929. I've decided to ditch this dump. Anybody interested? You're crazy, Murdoch. It can't be done. Plenty of others tried it, and you know what they got. I ain't twisting your arm, bub. Don't let him rile you, Teddy. I ain't saying yes or no, but I'm willing to listen. What's your angle? I'll tell you tomorrow during recreation period. Oh, interesting. Okay. Murdoch explained his plan, which was accepted. These 6 men were involved in the escape. Their personalities and reasons for imprisonment were quite varied. Theodore Murdoch, the murderer, hardened racketeer, and gunman. Tom Kading, sadistic hoodlum and stick-up artist. Arthur Hewitt, wife and in-law murderer, serving life term. Bob Clark, extortionist and con man, caught on blackmail rap. Jock Gideon, dull-witted thug for hire for any crime. Jim Lodge, fine intellect, education, embezzled funds in a weak moment, serving 10 to 15 years. The next day. See those freight cars? Twice a week an engine brings them in, loaded up with provisions, uncouples the freights, and takes off again. We'll be in the engine. Are you nuts? We'd be cut down before we were halfway across the yard. And besides, it always happens in the afternoon. When we're in the shop working. And we all work in different shops. How are we even going to get out of the shops with the screws watching us like hawks? And another thing. The gate guard doesn't open the outer gates until the engine's gone through. The inner one is the inner one, and has been shut first. You're wrong, Jim. That gate guard's getting careless lately. I've been watching, and I know sometimes he even has both gates completely open at the same time. As for getting out of the shops, we'll poke a couple of rods under the screws' noses the minute we hear the engineer's whistle blow open the gate. What a crew, yeah. But where will you get the guns, Teddy? Leave that up to me. I'm gonna make 'em. As soon as we're all armed, we wait for the first real good rainy, foggy day. We'll never be spotted hightailing it across the yard. I can't figure how you can make guns in here, Murdoch. But if you can make 'em, the plan makes sense. I can't miss. I'll get right to work on it. Where's the whistle? Come on, let's go. And let's not be seen together too often. Later, in the woodworking shop. Good, his back's turned. This is just the right chunk of scrap I've been looking for. Hope it doesn't make too big a bulge in my shirt. Although prison rules forbid the possession of even a pocket knife, it was not uncommon for most convicts to hone a makeshift knife from any piece of metal they could get their hands on. It was with such a knife that Murdoch tediously began shaping his gun. I've only got a couple minutes at a time. Gotta keep my eyes peeled. If I'm ever spotted, it'll mean solitary confinement for a month. Brutal. It took Murdoch 7 long weeks to finish his masterpiece of sculpturing, but every piece fitted into place perfectly. Finally came the job of blackening it with shoe wax. If anybody happens by suddenly, I'll be able to toss at my shoes and act like I'm polishing them. He made a gun? He, carved out every single piece of the gun? Wow. He should have his own YouTube channel. During the next afternoon's recreation period. Okay, you guys, hand over your dough fast. I'll kill the first one of you that moves. What? It's a gun? A real gun? Teddy, where'd you get it? Put it away before one of the screws sees ya. Gotta respect the tenacity, yeah. Keep in a circle, nobody'll see it. And it ain't real. Oh, it's wood. It's wooden, okay. Okay. I carved it out of wood and blackened it with shoe wax. Why, it is wood. I can tell by the weight of it. You'd never know it, even up close. Now that you got it finished, when do we make the break? Listen, we ain't making a move until each one of us has one. It's a long time off yet. May even be 6 months. 6 months? We don't want to hang around that long, Teddy. Shut up, you fool. We must be patient. We want to make our escape successful, don't we? By mid-April 1930, the last of the carefully whittled and blackened guns had been finished. It's in my pail of water. When we're finished, switch pails with me. You can grab it and stuff it in your shirt while you're getting clean water. Right, but when do we pull off the act? Can't take much more waiting. That'll be up to you, and you'd better not slip up. You sit in front of us all in the mess hall. I'll pass the word along to keep an eye on your back. On the first day there's rain and fog, you let out a big yawn and stretch right after the meal. We'll know that's the day, and we'll be waiting for the engineer's whistle. Hey, you two, cut the gab and get back to work. Huh? Oh, sure. We're sorry, guard. Several days passed without occurrence. Eagerly, the men waited. Did you look outside today? There's a little fog rolling in. Yeah, but it's not enough to cover us all the way across the yard. I hope Hewitt's got enough sense not to give the signal today. Then on the morning of April 21st, there's a nice heavy fog today and a drizzle. That ought to keep up all day. I go, ugh. Tom, look, the signal. It's today. About time. I was getting nervous carrying this phony gat around with me for over a week. This is it. Hewitt's using his noodle now. With the sounding of a gong, 1,000 men rose and filed in orderly fashion out of the dining hall to their various shops. You're as jumpy as a kitten, Jock. Calm yourself before one of the screws spots you. I can't help it. I suppose that whistle never toots. Suppose this ain't a delivery day. Okay, Teddy. I'll take it easy. I'm going nuts. When's that blasted whistle gonna toot? Forget it and keep working, you fool. The guard's watching us. It'll come soon. It has to. I spotted the freight cars coming through the gate a little while ago, and... Hey, listen! Hey, where do you think you're going? Get back to your benches before I... What? Guns? Clam up, screw. Don't reach for your rod. Make a move for that alarm switch and you're a gunner. Yeah? This is a break, and anybody who gets in our way is as good as dead. Now stand still while we come up. I've got his heater, Teddy. It's okay to let him know that ours are only made of wood. Ugh, here. Nice flop down these metal steps ought to keep him out of commission until we're outside the walls. Break a leg, screw. Come on. Got their rods, Bob? Good. Now just a couple of gentle raps and we'll be safe from any chance of an alarm going off. No, you can't kill a man that way. I've got a couple of lengths of rope in my pocket. Tying their hands and feet will do fine until we're out. Are you nuts? We've got a lamb. That engine's moving toward the gate this second. Conk 'em. Bro, why would you tell him? I have no idea. Not on your life, Bob. Violence isn't necessary here. I'm almost finished there. Why, I should have figured you for this. If we don't make it, I'll polish you off personally. I ain't hanging around. Jim's off his rocker. Come on, Bob. Murdoch, Kading, and Gideon had barely stepped outside when... What? Where do you men think you're going? What is this, a break? You'll do nothing, not while I've got your gun hand. Tom, feed him some lead. No, get his rod, Teddy. Let's take him along as a hostage. Instead. Just in case we have any trouble clearing the gate. Where'd you men come from? What are you doing that gun? Don't shoot! Not as long as you cooperate, Pop. We're going through the gates with you, see? Keep your speed down till we're all aboard. Here comes the others. Wait, there's 4 of them. Maybe it's not Murdoch. Go on. Get in there. Obey orders and I'll go easy on you. Murdoch, what are you doing? Out of my way, Crumb. I'll take over the throttle. I know how to run this baby. We'll be through the inside gate in a few seconds, and then back in the machine shop. Don't be fools. Refusing to untie us will only result in a loss of privileges. You don't owe those punks any loyalty. They didn't think of you when they planned this escape. Get smart. Set us loose. He's right. Those guys make the break, and we'll be the ones to suffer. Yeah, let's untie them. Oh my gosh. Instantly, one of the release guards sped into the yard, pausing only long enough to call Deputy Warden Frank Lemon. Warden! Warden! It's a break! Hewitt, Clark, and Lodge, probably a few others. They're taking the engine. What? Hurry! Get to the derailing switch. There may still be time. Quickly, the guard raced to the derailing switch and shoved all his weight against it, but the engine containing the desperate escapees gathered speed by the second and just managed to clear the separation point of the tracks. Teddy, we're halfway through and I can see the outside gate. It's open. We're as good as out right now. Hey, stop that engine. Answer me or I'll shoot. The tower guard, get your head back in there, Artie. If it wasn't for your bellowing, he'd never gotten wise. Duck. At that moment, Deputy Warden Lemon pulled the switch that set the emergency siren wailing. The tower guard's firing at us, Murdoch. We'll never get through the outside gate alive. Shut up, you punk. This ain't no time to turn yellow. It must have been wacky to let you in on this. Get down, everybody. Duck. His shots proving ineffective, the tower guard instantly leaped for the lever that would close the outer gates, but... We made it! We tore that gate right off. Come on, let's stop this thing and take off in the fog. No, stay with the engine. We'll run it right up to the point where it joins the main line. The further we get from these walls, the better chance we'll have. Just in case you got any ideas about following us, this'll change your mind. Where to? Where to now, Teddy? That's up to you, I think. It's better to split up. So long, guys. Nice knowing you. Before the 6 desperate cons had abandoned the engine, the ominous shriek of the prison siren had routed dozens of farmers throughout the countryside into the search that could bring handsome rewards for the recapture of each convict. With the valuable assistance of the peace-loving residents of the area, it took only 3 days to make convicts of the escapees again. Keating was found hidden in a haystack, Clark in an abandoned barn, Hewitt up to his neck among the reeds of a swamp coughing with pneumonia, Gideon in an apple orchard, and Mastermind Murdoch shivering with fever in a culvert. Don't reach for your gun, stranger. We know you got one. Come on now, Hewitt. Since you seem to prefer it so cold and damp, we got a nice cell reserved for you. Okay, I'm coming. Don't shoot. I'm coming down. Hold your fire. I'll go peacefully. That's just to let you know what a good shot I am, mister. Come out or I'll shoot you down. These guys suck at hiding? Yeah. Yeah. Only Jim Lodge managed to avoid the clutches of the law. His keen, ever-alert mind led him away from the searchers, and he struck out for due north. I'll never be able to come out in the open in these prison togs. The scarecrow jacket may keep me disguised for a little while. This truck has a Canadian license plate. Maybe under the covering of night I could stow away beneath that canvas in the back. Yeah, get out of the country. Goodbye, USA, goodbye. Jim Lodge worked his way to a small town in Canada where he settled down to an honest job and got married years later. What is it, Jim? Martha, these gentlemen came to ask me to run for mayor. I don't know what to say. I'll need time to think it over, gentlemen. Of course, Mr. Lodge. You're the kind of man we need. You've lived in this town for almost 20 years. We've come to admire and respect your honesty and integrity. We need you, Jim. Jim, it's late. When are you coming up to bed? In a little while, dear. I must finish this letter first. It's something I should have taken care of a long time ago. A few days later, in the Washington offices of the FBI. Oh yes, I've seen this letter from Lodge. Just think, he's been tormented for years thinking he'd been captured and returned to prison. What are you going to do about it? I sent 2 agents up to Canada. They're on their way now. You mean you knew where I was all these years? But I don't understand. Arrest you and bring you back? We didn't think it was necessary. You're not a hardened criminal, Mr. Lodge. You made one mistake. Your life here proves your honest intent, and you're a credit to your community. Men like yourself are needed in society, not behind prison bars. Think about the future, Mr. Lodge, and think about running for mayor. Good luck. The end. Oh, he got off the hook, yeah. Yep, it worked out for Mr. Lodge. Dang, Alright. What's this ad for? So what do you guys think of these stories? Which one did you like the best? Was there any that you felt was weak? Just goes to show white collar crime pays. Yep. I thought they were pretty good. I think the first one is still my favorite. But yeah, that was fun. Hey, a new idea for your card collection. Now and every month in Lev Gleason Comics, the famous Lev Gleason Trading Cards. The series is famous fighting planes, and add these to your collection and see instructions below for getting more cards. North American F-86 Sabre, single-seat jet fighter currently knocking down MiGs in Korea. Lockheed F-90 Army long-range bomber escorting penetration fighter, 2 jets over 600 miles per hour. Oh boy. Cut out the 2 fighter planes above, paste them on any cardboard, and you have regular trading cards, the kind that Lev Gleason Comics have made so popular. Trading cards are now printed in the following Lev Gleason Comics: Crime Does Not Pay, Crime and Punishment, Boy, Daredevil, and Black Diamond Western. Look for these magazines on the newsstands. Buy them and they will have more of the Fighting Plane series and others. Okay, Louie, drop that pun. I was sent here for the rest of my life. Do you call breaking rocks with a hammer a rest? Get it? Arrest? I have laryngitis, so hand over your dough. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Musical whirling angel chimes, authentic replica of the original Swedish swinging angels centerpiece. Angels whir, bells ring. Magic-like effect, heat from lighted candles makes angels revolve continuously. When wands strike bells, you hear pleasant musical chimes. 10-day trial offer, lowest price ever, only $1.98, complete with candles, beautiful gift box, angels whirl, bells ring. Beautiful tapered tip candles, overall height 13 inches. Your satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Use it as a centerpiece or mantle or shelf on buffet. Here it is, that beautiful whirling chiming table candelabra you've seen and admired at prices up to $5 and $10 in the finest shops. Now for the first time you can have this lovely decorative centerpiece in your home, yours to own and enjoy for only $1.98, complete with 3 taper tip candles. All the authentic stylings of famed Swedish craftsmen is faithfully reproduced in this enchanting Singing Angels replica. You, your family, and friends will rejoice in the charm and beauty which this decorative innovation brings to your home. Everyone who comes into your home will be fascinated by the gentle whirling action of the herald angels as the heat from the lighted candles cause them to revolve round and round for hours. Your cares and burdens will vanish under the soothing, relaxing influence of the church-like musical bells during the revolving action. The effect is truly breathtaking. Lighted candles, revolving angels, soft chiming bells all combine to provide an unequaled beauty, peace, and contentment for your home and for all who enter it. Made for long life service of all metal construction with rich, polished brass effect, achieved by special anodizing process, cannot tarnish, discolor, or rust. Circular tray is designed with 3 candle holders which adjust the width of any candles you may wish to use. Here is a beautiful decorative addition for your table, mantel, shelf, or buffet that will last and serve you for years to come. Yours on this offer for only $1.98 or 2 for $3.79. Order today. Use your musical whirling angel chimes for 10 full days. We guarantee that you'll be thrilled with its heavenly beauty and action, or you can return in 10 days for a full refund. Gentlemen, rush my order as checked below for musical whirling angel charms, complete with 3 beautiful taper tip candles. I will pay the postman $1.98 for 1 or for 2 for $3.79 plus COD postage charge on your 10-day money-back offer. Seems like something you use once and then it sits forever. Yeah. Maybe your grandma brings it out for Christmas or something. Alright. What is this? Hey, Skinny. How would you like to gain 56 pounds of mighty muscle like I did? Through Jowett training, I added 7 inches to my chest. Why don't you? I put 4 inches of steel-like muscle on each arm. I've broken all records, beaten all contenders for strength feats. Why don't you? Says Rex Ferris. Rex Ferris, Jowett Trophy winner who mailed me a 10-cent in a coupon like the one below you. Mail now. Rex Ferris, powerful name. Yeah. Undefeated, unchallenged champion. Ashamed of being skinny? Here's how to do something about it like Rex Ferris did, says George F. Jowett, known as the world's greatest builder of He-Men. Maybe you don't want to have crowds roaring your name to be the idol of women and the envy of men everywhere, to win cups, medals, championship belts like Rex Ferris has. But just think of how wonderful it would be to know you can be such a champion, to stop being skinny, puny, jeered at, and bullied. Picture yourself with Rex Ferris's physique, muscles, and He-Man power, the kind of power that forces bullies to fear you instead of sneering at you. You can do it, just like Rex Ferris did, like I did it, and like thousands of my pupils are doing every day. Yes, sir, I can tell you from my own experience and the experience of thousands of my pupils that you can do something about it, and you can do it fast and easy. No, I don't care how skinny or flabby you are, if you're a teenager in your 20s or 30s or over, if you're short or tall, or what work you do. All I want is just 10 exciting minutes in your home to make you over by the same method I turned myself from a wreck to a champion of champions. Make me put up or shut up. I'll build you into an all-American He-Man in just 10 minutes a day, or it won't cost you 1 cent. Don't take my word for what my 5-way progressive power method can do for you. Put yourself in my hands for only 10 minutes a day, like thousands of other weaklings did. I'm ready to prove to you, as I did to them, on an absolutely no-risk basis, that I can give you mighty chain-breaking arms, a rock-ribbed back, pile-driver legs, a deep heroic chest, and a vice-like grip. Prove it to yourself. It took me years to devise my best test 5-way progressive power method. Send only 10 cents for my 5 easy-to-follow picture pack courses. Now in one complete volume, How to Become a Mighty He-Man. Try it for one night. Experience the thrilling strength that surges through your muscles. Only 10 cents starts you on the way to being an all-American champion He-Man. Photo book free, How to Achieve Nerves of Steel, Muscles of Iron, How to Build Mighty Arms, How to Build a Mighty Back, How to Build a Mighty Chest, How to Build Mighty Legs, How to Build a Mighty Grip, How to Become a Mighty He-Man. Each of these courses once sold for $1 and more. Now, you get all 5 for only 10 cents. George F. Jowett, whom experts call Champion of Champions. You can win this 15-inch silver trophy as Rex Ferris did. I owe everything to the great Jowett method, says Rex. I advise every weakling who wants to become a successful He-Man or athlete to enroll with Jowett now. Rex merely wanted to get bigger arms, a deeper chest, but now he challenges the world in feats of strength. You sure kept your promise to power. You sure kept your promise to power. Pack my body, writes Ed L. Manfred Reno. I always wanted the strength, size, and energy of a He-Man. That's why I enrolled for your course. In 3 months, my measurements have grown surprisingly. My chest filled, and I've added inch of solid, rolling muscle to my arms, legs, and shoulders. Both free for quick action. 1. Photo book of strong men. 2. Muscle meter. Jowett courses greatest in the world for building all-around He-Man. R.F. Kelly, Physical Director. Jowett Institute of Physical Training, 220 5th Avenue, New York, 1, New York, George. Send me free photo book of strong men, a muscle meter, plus all 5 He-Men building cores. 1. How to build a mighty chest, mighty arms, mighty grip, mighty back, mighty legs, all in one volume. How to become a mighty He-Man. I enclose 10 cents, no CODs. I gained 24 pounds of steel-strong muscle thanks to Jowett's Wonder course, says Rizalino Villanueva, Astoria, Oregon. You've made this skinny weakling into a real He-Man. As a result of your training, I added 3 1/4 inch to my chest, 2 inches to my arms, 2 inches to each bicep, and all the rest in proportion. Hurry to mail coupon. Hey, Indie Dev Guy, how you doing? All right, here's another ad here. Look slimmer, look younger. The sensational new Whittle Waist by Chic. Reduce your appearance up to 2 to 4 inches, 4 to 6 years younger instantly. Never before has any foundation taken so many years off your figure so comfortably, so surely. You'll feel younger, look better, walk more erectly. You'll thrill to every peek in a mirror, to every admiring, envious glance. Say goodbye to bulges, to misplaced curves. Here's perfection as you never dared expect it. This amazing new Whittle Waist literally whittles away rolls and bulges. Adjust to exactly the contours you want. A new figure at your fingertips. Hubba hubba. Whittleman Corselet. Never before so many custom features at this low price. From the top of the bra to the bottom of the girdle, your complete figure is remolded to contours of alluring beauty. Your bust is perfectly proportioned to your figure. Inches disappear from your hips, waist, and thighs. Your figure always under perfect control. Flexible nylon lino elastic between bra and girdle prevents unsightly midriff roll. Gives every figure a custom fit. Pink or white. Hip measurements 2 to 4 inches larger. Bust measurement sizes 34 to 44. B and C cup. Panty corselet with removable crotch. $1 extra. What the hell? You should read for sold on TV ads. Whittleman girdle. Never before so easy to trim unwanted inches off your midriff, waist, and hips with real comfort. New scientific construction. Whittles away rolls and bulges. Slimming, easy to adjust, rayon satin. Rayon, okay. Tummy panel laces right up to your bra and powerful elastic, pink and white. All sizes from 25 to 42 inches. Waist measure. Panty girdle with removable crotch. $1 extra. Yeah, wear an amazing Whittle Waist girdle or corselet by Chic for 10 days without risk. Remember, Whittle Waist must take inches off your waist and tummy, must give you comfortable support, must give you slimmer thighs, narrower hips, must make your clothes look and fit better, or cost you nothing. Order now. Empire Merchandising Company, Department GJ 263 Central Avenue, Ossining, New York. Okay. Hell yeah, removable crotch. Alright, so that's the last page. And on the back we have the final ad. Get prizes, make money. The easy way. Every year, thousands of boys and girls get these swell prizes for themselves and gifts from mother and dad. Many prizes shown here and lots of others in our big prize book are given without a cent of cost. We're selling one 45-pack order of American vegetable and flower seeds at 10 cents per large pack. Some of the bigger prizes require extra money, as stated in our big prize book. Everybody wants American seeds. They're fresh and ready to grow. You'll sell them quickly to your family, friends, and neighbors and get your prize at once. Or if you want to make money, keep 1/3 of the cash commission on all seeds sold. Get busy. Send the coupon today for big prize book and seeds. This ad was also in, I guess the exact same ad just about was in like a 1980s comic that we just did. This thing went for freaking years. Wow, it's like those school fundraisers. Yeah, basically. Alright, well that was Crime and Punishment number 59. What did you guys think of that one? That's kind of a fun little, I don't know, something different. Just a weird little one-off thing. How are you doing, Indie Dev Guy? What are you up to today? Let me just get this back in the book. Dude, I was about to say, holy shit, they've been running the seed scam for a long time. Yeah, we had that seed thing in like, it was like 1982 was the issue that we're reading. Very cool. Need more pre-comic code comics? Yeah, I definitely want to try to get some more if I can. It's just a lot of times they're very expensive, so I gotta kind of wait for them to come up at auctions, and yeah. I think I paid like, I don't know, $25 for this one. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, it's like almost the exact same text. They didn't change it at all. Alright, we are at, I don't know what we're at, because the thing cut off. Let's see, 2 hours and another 2 hours, for like 4 hours maybe? Very fun, thank you. Do you think I should go on to another one, or what time is it? It's 9 o'clock. Maybe I could save this one for next week. That might be good. I don't know. What do you guys think? Kind of feeling like I should save this for next week, but I don't know. But thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'll do it next week. We'll do our regular 3-issue of Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, and Star Wars. We did a bonus one this issue, or this week. Thanks for the Mario death. And next week, we will read Pizzazz. And we will find out what all of Pizzazz is about. I don't know. Alright, well, thank you everybody for hanging out for this week of Comic Book Club. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing a little bit longer and changing it up a little bit with crime and punishment. That was fun. I like that. I want to see if I can maybe get some more of those. Let's see. I don't even know who's streaming right now. Who could raid? Who can V-raid? I don't know. Who's alive? Who is alive? Are we alive? Super Game Station. He's streaming. There's also 90s Craig. Sega Fan. Sega Fan is streaming and he's very sick. Great job and good night. Thanks for the stream. Okay, hey, thanks for stopping by, everyone. I always appreciate it. It's a lot better to, read to people who actually care and not just read to nothing. Alright, so I'm going to go and I'm going to raid Sega Fan, I think. Alright, have a good rest of your Sunday, whatever's left of it, and have a good rest of your, or start of your week, I guess. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thanks for the stream. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. When you back again? Oh yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Revenge of Shinobi on the Sega Genesis. We'll be starting that tomorrow. So yeah. Alright. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.